Where's the boy?
What the hell were you thinking? Huh?
Maybe we can take the cuffs off?
Why? 2 people are dead. And another might be. You think this is what your parents would want.
Clean up your act. Yeah. Sorry. Respect me.
It's him again, on the phone.
Who? I'll take it in here. Detective Hastings.
It's Bruce Wayne, sir.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Wayne.
Do you have any leads, detective? Any prime suspects?
Your parents were buried just 2 days ago. Take this time to mourn.
We're not observing Shiva.
I'm sorry. I don't follow.
Shiva, it's a Jewish tradition. 7 days of mourning following a burial. I'm not observing Shiva. So, I'm free to help now.
Bruce? Who's taking care of you right now?
My father's uncle is guardian, but he lives in Philadelphia. I have a caretaker, ALFRED. But he's just a butler. I'm head of the estate, perfectly able to assist you in your investigation.
that the Wayne boy?
Maybe I could help.
You have helped Bruce. You were interviewed twice about that night. You were very helpful. Your donation to the department, that funding will go a long way.
But another donation?
Bruce, donation or not, we're going to find who killed your parent.
Mr. Wayne, this is Lieutenant Loeb. Detective Hastings is not only correct, he's the man for the job. Money or not, we get our man. But a donation does help procure equipment that streamline the investigative process.
I think I can only do 20,000 this month.
20,000 is very generous, Mr. Wayne. If this city had more citizens...
I'd like to see the investigation.
Of course. Come by the department tomorrow morning, and Detective Hastings will give you the full tour.
Thank you, sir.
Master Bruce, be mindful of your monthly stipend.
You're not just a butler, Alfred. I'm sorry I said that.
I understand.
No one listens to a child, but the head of this manor, this money. I hate this.
To digest the reality of your station at such a young age is medieval. Consider a slower pace.
I won't. But I am a child, and I do need help.
Our secret.
It's completely improper to allow next of kin to contaminate an investigation. He's a child.
I understand your concerns, Detective. Really, I do. In fact, I'd like to share them. Attention! Hold the work! Detective Hastings, stern moral fiber, has put him at odds with this department accepting a $20,000 donation.
Look at Mother Teresa over here.
Oh my god. Are you serious, Hastings?
Never stand between a cop and a new Kevlar vest, Bob. That's where the bullets are.
That sounded like a threat.
Yeah, delivered with the tact and nuance of a cop. I'm betting $5,000 go to vest, the rest, new golf clubs to swing and puros to smoke.
So we're putting a show on for the kid.
No. Loeb treats this case, and that boy is a joke and a cash cow. We won't. We'll tell him the truth.
Really? Then that's the last we'll see of that kid.
Hey, don't worry. I'll be there too.
Where did you come from?
Over there.
You're not even on the case, Parma.
I like kids.
You don't even...
You don't have kids.
Yeah, that's why I still like them.
Don't speak to the detective with a mouthful of donuts.
It's an almond biscotti. Come on, grow up, please.
Thank you for having us, Detective.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Wayne. I'm Detective Robert Hastings. To my left is our forensic specialist, Officer Ingrid Rooks, and Officer Peter Palmer at the end.
Hey, how's it going, boss?
Officer Palmer gets coffee. Would you like some?
Nope. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll...
Mr. Pennyworth, lights as well.
Certainly.
The Monarch Theater. This image comes from the real estate building across the street. Only security camera on the block. The alley itself is only accessible from 2 points, where you and your parents entered in a shipping corridor to the east. No cameras available at the east entrance. Nearest exterior camera becomes available here. But at this range, without surveillance, the number of unmonitored access points to the alley are
14.
Number of people that transited the area in a 24-hour period.
Too many.
2,368 we watched. We were able to identify 956. Every person we were able to identify and who were confirmed to have entered the alley, we made contact, asked to check their hands and their entire wardrobe for gunpowder residue. That was 13 people. It's a rough district. Very few owners can afford cameras or even see the need. It's crime alley. Not just the alley you and your parents walked through, but the entire ward. Now, Bruce, you're clearly a sharp boy. Do you notice a correlation with the people in these slides?
Suits, hats, jackets.
What about here?
Theater tux, fur coat, ballroom gloves.
They would have appeared as a shining light. The whole of Crime Alley itself drawn to them. Which brings to me a question for you, Bruce.
Sorry, yes?
Of all the theaters in Gotham City, why did they choose the Monarch?
It was the only theater playing The Mark of Zorro. It's an older film. I wanted to see it on the big screen.
Bruce, I'm going to turn it over to Officer Rooks now. And let some air in here.
This ballistics report was conducted using the 4 9mm bullets we retrieved from your parents. 2 bullets from Thomas Wayne, 1 from his right shoulder, and 1 that passed through his sternum, wedging itself in between his 3rd and 4th thoracic vertebrae. 1 from your mother, her right humerus. The other we found 30 yards behind her, embedded in brick. That's the one that passed through her throat. Regrettably, this bullet is common and makes up 65% of those we recover from crime scenes. Commonly used in a .38 special, which can be purchased in a store for under $200 or from a street corner for far less. It's a bargain firearm. We've even found them on children as young as 10.
Excuse me?
Of course. The .38 special does frequent organized crime, but the handle is often wrapped with tape, serial number filed off, and left at the scene. The fact that the suspect fired erratically and took the weapon with him suggests an amateur.
Mr. Pennyworth.
Detective.
Are you familiar with Lieutenant LOEB?
By title alone.
Yeah, well, we do this his way. The kid.
Mr. Wayne.
Mr. Wayne will be in here once a week, buying his parents' murder chapter by chapter. LOEB is going to piecemeal this tragedy for a paycheck.
I appreciate your candor.
Childish.
Hey, coffee, handcuffed? Seriously? You're an idiot.
Yeah, and you're a thief, bitching about a free drink. Grow up.
I didn't steal anything.
You know, I wake up every day and I arm myself with kindness. And every day, someone takes it from me. What's your name?
Jerry.
You stole my kindness, Jerry. That is what you did.
Why tell me this?
1, because I take this job seriously. 2, I can tell that you care about the boy, beyond your duties.
That is an understatement.
And where are we?
3.
3. I'm not a blood-sucking monster. The boy gets everything today.
I appreciate that, Detective, but you may present that to Mr. Wayne.
With autopsy pictures inside?
Good Lord.
I'm also gonna tell him the status of the case.
Which is?
It's done.
You can't be serious.
We're chasing a dead end while bodies pile up outside our door. Other families demanding answers. The official stance is an open case, but I won't lie to the boy. We're moving on. Are we at a good stopping point, Miss Rooks?
I can be.
Can you give us the room, please?
Sure.
Bruce?
Yes, sir?
Are you familiar with the term cold case?
How'd it go?
He accepted it and left immediately.
How'd I do?
You did fine, with one caveat.
The part where I mentioned to a grieving kid with money how simple it is to buy a gun off the street?
That's the one.
That was difficult to digest. You handled yourself well.
They couldn't find him, they've moved on, we're not the only victims in Gotham.
A mature perspective, young master.
Where are the files?
Files? I fail to recall.
When Hastings walked over to talk with you, he had files. I saw them.
And what did you hear?
Oh, let's see. I heard horse whispering, someone knocked, someone punched the door. That got my attention, and a file being snatched.
Eavesdropping is an unflattering
It had to be under your coat.
and ugly habit.
You put your coat in the trunk.
Are you accusing me of?
Who puts their coat in the trunk when it's snowing?
When we get home, we'll see what's in that trunk. Then you'll see what a paranoid fuss you've made, Master Bruce.
We'll see now.
Master Bruce!
Got it!
Bruce!
Red light!
Bruce Wayne. Give me that file.
Alfred.
Yes, dear boy.
I will not let this go.
No one is asking you to.
If the police won't look, then I have to.
You are 8 years old.
Not old enough? Who cares? My money is old enough.
That old money is a weekly stipend parceled from a trust, of which you spent dry The leniency of that stipend and your financial flexibility will fall under scrutiny if you wield those funds in futility.
Futility? I bought equipment for cops. And I bought those files.
The contents of which are not only adult, they are grotesque. Allowing you to see them would negate my charge to be your caretaker. And who would take my place? Your father's uncle? The thought shakes me.
Don't worry, Alfred. I won't get involved. I'll hire someone. On the low.
Discreetly.
What?
Discreetly. We'll hire a private investigator. Discreetly. On the low is English that spills from a barkeep's mouth and has no place in this.
A PI?
A private investigator. Yes, I am open to that.
Thank you, Alfred.
You can thank me by getting ready for bed.
This is the guy.
And those are eggs.
What do you think?
I think eggs.
Would you just read?
I think you faked being asleep to research this. I think adding malnourishment to sleep deprivation.
Fine. Eggs.
Thank you, Master Bruce. And good morning. Phoenix Sportello. Mr. Sportello, I presume.
Mr. Pennyworth? And the young master of the house. Hello, Bruce.
Hello, sir.
That is not necessary, sir.
Poppycock did a layover in the Orient. Wouldn't dare wear shoes in a house like this. Where should I, Late Victorian period, 1850 to 1910. Mansions done right. There was a meanness to the shapes, an honesty. Ornate with teeth. Wealth of today thinks it's Rome. Fallacy. Your folks, pillars of a civilization in decay.
You seem to have an affection for history, Mr. Sportello. Might I inquire about yours? Phoenix is not your given name.
Did your research too, I tip my hat. Larry didn't seem a good fit for a PI. And I'd appreciate it if you kept that bit to yourselves. On the low.
Does Phoenix have anything to do with the mythology bird?
It sure does. When people try to hide evidence, they often burn it to ash. Do you know what rises from those ashes?
Another bird.
But do you know what it carries in its beak? The truth. I'd like to start at the crime scene.
I'm coming along.
Master Bruce, why not let Mr. Sportello?
I think he'd be helpful. He was there. Only witness.
Very well. I'll pull the car around.
I won't have my employer drive me around town. Not a good look. Got enough room back there.
Plenty.
Apologies. 98.5 should do the trick.
Pitter-patter of pleasant percussion didn't scare you away. Now, here's a familiar melody to melt that snow. Or merely your hearts. This is Calvin Cadence Esquire with Classical 98.5. Gotham proper.
What's a fair speed limit on these long driveways?
Responsible. Seatbelt, Master Bruce.
That's how I knew. The police moved on. You can learn a great deal by watching what the media covers, and especially what they don't. It's never about who did it, or pressure on the police. A special report on all the Wayne family did for the city. If rich people aren't safe, neither are you. Vote for this turd. Crime alley, sweep it into the bay. Homeless with teeth. Outside of the first week, not one inquiry as to suspects. No press at GCPD. The police, the media, the whole city left it on the ground. The only people looking for your parents' killer are the three of us.